Okay, this is the rep targeting red flag workout. Basically, you're going to complete your warm-up, just do a couple quick reps of every exercise in the entire sequence. Then you're going to start your timer. And you're going to do the exercises 1 to 6, one at a time, in sequence, completing all reps before progressing to the next exercise. And you're going to do 6 circuits total. So each exercise is going to be done for 6 sets, 6 circuits total. Try to count your reps out loud just so you don't lose track. And at the end, you're going to write down your final time and be able to keep track of your progress and see how you've done against other competitors. Okay, so we're going to go through the exercises. Starting with number 1, it's a sit-down squats with the weight between the legs. For this, you could use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. The idea is just that you're holding it down at arm's length. You're going to sit all the way down, stand up and repeat. All the way down, stand up and repeat. Just like so. You're going to be doing about 20 reps. You have to have your rear end touch the bench in order for a repetition to count. Don't just hover just shy of the bench. You actually need to tap it, okay? Or sit down all the way. Now the second exercise is forearm to hand plank. This can be done either from the knees or from the feet. I'm going to recommend you start with the knees to begin, and you can progress up to the feet. So you'll be laying face down completely flat like this. You're going to be doing this from your knees. You're going to be on your hands and knees just like so. Now you're going to go down onto your forearms, then up onto your hands one at a time, lowering down and repeating. And you'd switch arms halfway through. So I'd go leading with the left arm for 5 each. Then I'd go leading with the right arm for 5 each. Going from the forearms to the hands. The progression is to go from the hands and feet. Okay? So that is the forearm to hand plank. Now the third exercise is going to be hand plank burpees. This is done either walking or jumping your feet forward. So you would begin in this position here. Now you could walk your feet forward, stand up tall, squat down, place your hands on the ground, walk your feet back, and repeat. And you'd be aiming for 10 repetitions. However, if your knees can handle it and you're feeling up for the challenge, you may want to try as an experiment to hop your feet back and forth, which would look like this. Just like so. So that there is the hand plank burpees. Now, the next exercise is the W raises on the floor. This is going to work the upper back muscles. You're going to be in a posture that looks like this, like a W. And you're just going to be lifting the arms up and down off the floor repeatedly until you get to 100 reps, okay? So the reps are very small, but they build up. This is going to work all the upper back muscles. So laying face down just like this, arms in a W, and you're just going like so for 100 reps. And you will feel a bit of a burn in the upper back during that exercise there. Now, you also want to make sure your thumbs are up because it's easier on the shoulder joints when you're doing that. And squeezing from between the shoulder blades, that's where we want to really be initiating the movement. If you do feel low back discomfort on the W back raise, then squeeze your glutes and it takes pressure off the low back. Now, the next exercise is the Muskoka chair twist. Okay, so for this one, you will be sitting on the ground in a V-sit position. A V-sit position refers to having your knees bent with your feet pointing up, okay? You're going to be holding on to your weight. You're going to have your feet float, and you're just tapping the weight down on one side, tapping it down on the other side, just like this, okay? So from this angle here, you'll see that I'm just taking it over and across, tapping it down, side to side. And use whatever weight is appropriate for you there. Usually I start people off maybe with like 15 pounds or so, okay? And then the final exercise is marching on the spot for 50 each. So that would be just like this, 50 each. As the finisher, then we would repeat the circuit for a total of 6 rounds, okay? typical time to complete the 6 rounds is going to be closer to, 25 to 30 minutes. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer workout, but shorter compared to most gym workouts, but very, very effective for fitness, burning calories, and everything else. Now, there are 2 bonus exercises described here. One is Clint Eastwood curls. You would do this at the end of your workout if you still have the energy and motivation. These are just for the arms, okay? Strictly arm exercises. You would set the timer. Now you'd be holding tubing handles like this. So it looks like your hand, you've got a barrel of a gun on top. Okay, so that is the grip we're using for the Clint Eastwood curls. You'd be standing on the tube and you'd be alternating arm curls like this. And you go for 60 seconds. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but after 60 seconds of that, your arms are going to be on fire. The next exercise you would be doing is an overhead tricep extension. For this, you would be setting the tube up on something that's at about hip height, okay? Then you would be holding the tubes behind your back, like so, and extending all the way up overhead, all right? So if you can just see there, I'll just kneel down so you can get a better view. You could do this kneeling, actually. So overhead tricep extension, 1 minute, just like so. So those would be the finishing circuit. You could do for about 3 rounds of those, and that would be a great way to finish off the red flag. Other than that, this is an elite rep targeting home workout. So it is more advanced. It's gonna take a lot longer. It's gonna really work you and work your fitness. You're gonna feel it by the end. It's a fantastic workout though. You're gonna notice your fitness improvements climbing and climbing steadily over time. This workout is based off the song Red Flag by Billy Talent and the drummer Aaron Solowaniak and his comeback from MS. And he did this workout, actually, his time's on there and stuff like that. So this workout's dedicated to him. Other than that, rooting for you in the game of life.